Oh, well, how was it, Vossy? First one back?
Actually, that's our third one back, but we've got straight into it. The expectation going on break was that we're going to come back and get straight into it. Sort of take off from where we left off, sort of thing, and lived up to it. It's been 3 massive sessions, and the boys are flying. There's not many boys injured. Lots of running. Obviously we're working into a bit of match play, but it's been good fun, bloody hard. So it's exciting, yeah.
I saw ripping the shorts, and also saw you the other day doing 300 kilos with a squat at the squat rack. So physically, you must be feeling as strong as you've ever been. And how many shorts do you go through in a pre-season usually?
No, the shorts are actually last year's. They were a bit tight. I think everyone had them a bit tight around their quads, so a few boys cut them, and they're actually last year's shorts. But I've had a fairly uninterrupted off season and start to my pre-season. So that's the main thing for most of the boys. If you can stay injury free, you're going to naturally, with the work the S&C guys do, it's inevitable that you're going to get fitter and stronger and prepare yourself really well for the season. So that's how I feel at the moment. Feel really strong and really fit. So the aim is to stay injury free, do all the right things, and I'm sure I'll be right by round 1.
And peak fitness physically?
I'm not sure peak. I feel just about as fit as I've ever been. I think I'll work towards it. I've had a fairly similar off-season and pre-season to last year. I think I'm implementing some things that are working for me, and I've found out what works for my body and what doesn't over the course of last year and my first 4 seasons in the system. So I think I'm still learning about my body and what works and what doesn't. But I think come round 1 I'll be in the best shape I've ever been, hopefully.
300 kilos sounds like a big number for all of us. Is it a big number for internally? Are you lifting the heaviest in that department?
It is a pretty big number, I suppose. It probably sounds a lot better than what it is. I suppose I've always probably liked to push myself in the gym and that sort of thing. So it probably sounds a lot better than what it is. Probably a bit more height than there needs to be around it though.
It's just bloody impressive. What sort of numbers were you lifting last year?
Pretty similar. Like I said, it probably looks a bit more impressive than what it is. If everyone had a camera on them in the gym, I suppose they'd probably have a similar hype around them as well.
Anyone that impresses you in the gym, or I guess is probably lifting heavy for their body weight, I guess?
Sam Sturt's going pretty well. He's had an ACL injury. He's tracking really well and getting really strong in the gym. We've had a new head of strength come in, and he's been awesome for all the boys and pushing us, and he's been really beneficial for me. I do a lot of work with Josh Tracy, and we sort of bounce off each other. He's really strong at the moment. Everyone's. This is the time of the year when everyone sort of seems to be lifting PBs and all that sort of thing. So everyone seems to be flying. Yeah.
How do you strike the balance? Because I guess it's lifting heavy, injury prevention, but then also that running aspect. What was kind of the key component that you wanted to focus on heading into this year?
For me, like I said, it was staying injury free. I think it is a balance, definitely, and depending on what your position is and what your position requires is what's going to be best for you, and that's something that I'm still working through, and probably something most people sort of play with most of their career, and what their ideal playing weight is, and how hard they want to go with their running or how much they want to push themselves in the gym. But for me, again, it was staying injury free, and I think I had a really solid baseline fitness. It was building up on that. I think I had a bit of room for improvement on my power towards the end of games, which I had a high performance. Beauty's been massive for me in that area. So, looking forward to building the rest of pre-season.
We just saw the 18 on 18, and Mason Cox was purely a forward, which is interesting to watch. Kicked a couple of goals. What have you made of Mason Cox as a forward?
Yeah, he's been good. He's loud, good to play with, brings energy. He's obviously played a lot of time in the system, but he's adjusting to our new system. He wants to learn. He's asking questions. He's good for our young guys. He's been unbelievable for our group. He kicks his snags. He gets up and about. So, He's been great so far. I love playing with him in the forward line. I'm not sure how much time he's going to spend down there or what the balance is going to look like for him in the ruck and forward time. So, like I said, he's been awesome so far.
Is he a better forward than you thought he was based on what you'd seen of him playing at Collingwood?
I only watched him play one game, and that was that semi-final against Richmond. So he's lived up to that. He's been pretty good.
Do you see him as someone who can slot into that? Like, we've been talking about Jackson being a midfielder and Cox being the other ruck and stuff. But today Jackson was the ruckman, and so was Sean. So do you see Cox as being someone who could play as a pure forward at times? Potentially,
yeah. I think that's something the coaches are working through at the moment. What that mix looks like. We've got plenty of capable midfielders and plenty of good midfielders, so there's going to be plenty of blokes spinning through there. We've got some good ruckmen, gun ruckmen. And who knows what it's going to look like. Coxie, as he showed today, he can play forward, which is awesome. Another string we've got to our bow, so who knows what the mix will look like. Yeah.
Chris Fagan said that he'd be happy for Lachie Neale to return home at the end of this season. How excited would you be having Lachie playing with the Dockers potentially in the future?
He's a contracted player to Brisbane. He's obviously an unbelievable player. He's won 2 flags and 2 Brownlows, but like I said, he's a contracted player, so probably can't comment on that going forward. Still a lot of water to go under the bridge, yeah.
And Mason Cox going forward, does that put any pressure on the forward line? Because you've got quite a few down there now and all really good players. Does that put pressure on you as a up and coming or sort of trying to establish yourself even more in the forward line?
100%. I think pressure is a great thing. I think the more we can have pressure coming up, pushes us. It's great competition and pushes us out in training. So definitely a good thing for sure.
After the season you had last year, sort of, enjoying that breakout and playing lots of games for this football club, are you expecting or sort of acknowledging that more attention might come your way next year?
Yeah, potentially, yeah. And that's something that I'm working through and something that as you play more AFL, you're probably going to get a bit more pressure and expectation and that sort of thing. So, that's something that I'm just going to work through and find out what works for me and, sort of take it as it comes for sure.
Long chat with Yumps after the 18v18. What was the main part of that? Because there's a lot of new rules. It looked like there was something that they were trying to explain to you all.
Yeah, they were just clarifying a few rules. Obviously, a few rule changes in 2026, and a few of them are a little bit confusing, especially for blokes like me. I think the last touch rule, just clarifying that it is a last disposal rule, not a last sort of someone fumbles it out sort of thing. So it was good to get a bit of clarification. Good to have the umps out there today. It was awesome to have them out there.